Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. My name is Michelle. And yes, I've been off my schedule, guys. I'm sorry. I have been trying to get some spring cleaning started and I am just running out of energy. So yeah, there might be a few days here and there with no videos. I'm going to try to get back on track. But yeah, that is what has been up. So I'm just trying to get some things done while it's been nice. So in the meantime, Let's Resin has reached out and sent me the new snake mold in here. So we're going to open that in a second. And then I got the skull planter molds. So that's in here. We're going to open them in a minute. And we got the glow-in-the-dark pigment. So let's see what these colors are. And then I can decide which one I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do the two snakes first. So we can see, I'll mix up like a couple of different colors, but let's see what we have for colors. So we have purple. These feel heavier than mica powder. So yeah, they're not like mica powder. So we have purple, we have salmon, that is beautiful. And we have green and blue-green. So those should be kind of cool. And then we've got magenta, yellow-green, coral. Ooh, that's pretty. And blue. And then we've got sky blue. We have fuchsia. We have gold. And we have yellow. Okay. So I'm going to just get these back in the box for right this moment. And we are going to check out the snake molds. So these are the new crystal snake molds. So they're pretty faceted from what I'm gathering. And they do come two in a pack. I will also put the link to this in the description, as well as a discount code that you guys can use on anything of Let's Resin. So this is the small one. This one takes 1.7 fluid ounces. And this one, now you guys saw me just open it, and I already got something in here. And this takes 2.7 ounces. So 3, 4, 5. If I do 5 ounces, I know we're going to have plenty. So, let's see. Will my little eyes will they work? All right. They also sent me some resin, so we're gonna look at them in a minute. I'm just trying to figure out, I think these are gonna be too big, so these ones might fit. And I do have a couple that are like snake eyes, a little slants, but I just want to see if they're going to fit. And these are the 6mm, and they fit perfect. All right, so we will be using some eyeballs, and we will be UVing those in. So I can put these ones away. Those are the 8mm. Okay, so we know we're going to mix up 5 ounces. So I'm just going to put these here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the 5 ounces, but I'm going to pour them in little small containers, and we're going to add like different color glow-in-the-dark pigments in here. So that's what we're going to do for that. And you do get this. It explains how to pour it. You know, pour it slow. Let all those little facets fill in. So I will explain that to you as we go. And then they sent me, which we will do on a different video, but these are the skull planter molds. So it's the Hear No Evil one, the Speak No Evil one, and the See No Evil one. So I've got a couple of different ideas with these. So we're going to also be, when we do these, we're going to be using some of the glow in the dark. And I'm going to try and paint like their hands, so that their hands will show up, or maybe their eyes. So yeah, we will, we'll be doing another video on these coming right up soon. So look out for that one. All right, so I'm just going to set this aside for now. And then they sent me some resin. And it's a 1 gallon resin kit with color pigment. So let's see what we got here. Bunch of cups, which you guys know we can never have too many cups. Comes with some resin dye. So these are the opaque. These are not like a ink. These are an actual dye. So you get that. A thank you card. These little cups, which I love and I'm out of just about. And some more of the Mylar flake and the gold and silver foil. And, all right, I'm gonna set this on the floor so I can get it out. All right, let's see. So it does come with pumps if you want to use the pumps. It comes with a whole bunch of mica powders, which are amazing. Comes with a little silicone stir stick, some ocean white pigment paste, which I love. And it's you got the cover for it too, so hang on here. So this is the Let's Resin epoxy resin. This is the hardener B. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. All right, so we get a gallon of their epoxy resin. And a little spoons, some gloves, a whole bunch of big sticks, which I love and I was just about out of. And I believe this is an apron or mat. I don't know. I've never had that in, let's see. Or is it just, like a piece of plastic. Yeah, so it's like a table covering. So that's kind of neat. I've never had one of those before. So that will come in handy. And a bunch more gloves. There's still some in the box. And your user's manual, which is very self-explanatory. You have your cold weather tips to prevent fish eyes, to reduce bubbles. You know, you have a 40 to 50 minute work time with this resin, because this is their epoxy resin. Demold time is 8 to 24 hours, depending on the size of your project. Obviously, the thicker it is, the faster it's going to cure. And it's heat resistant once fully cured up to about 160. So you can use it for coasters. So, and you know, it says let it sit for like 5 minutes before pouring so it can debubble. But yeah, you get your complete instructions with it. So let me just put some of this stuff back. This I'm going to put right into my bin with my little stir stuff. And I'm going to put those there because they're going to get put away. This, I do not have the squirt top. Usually you get a squirt top. So I think that was just like an oops. But generally you get the top, but that's not a big deal because I have one. So yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to get the eyes picked out and into these snakes. All right, so these ones we've got, because we have some pink. Like I said, I'm going to try to split them up into different colors, and we will kind of mix them, but kind of keep them separate at the same time, if you kind of get what I'm saying. All right, so we're going to do, I need the other pink. We're going to do one snake with the pink eyes, just because. And let's do the yellow and the other, just to kind of keep it somewhat simple. So again, these are the 6mm eyes, and I get them on Amazon. If the link isn't in the description, check out my Amazon storefront, and they should be under the extras there. Okay, so we're going to get some resin, and we're going to get our little light, and we're going to get these little eyeballs in here. Now, these should be very easy because, as you can see, we can reach them. So, let's see. We'll put the little one with the pink eyes because she's, you know, girls are more delicate than boys. So, we'll make a girl one and a boy one. And I'm just going to put a little dot of resin. I don't know if you can see that. And then we're just going to pop that in there. And we're going to cure it. And these molds are pretty see-through, which is really good, especially for doing something like this. So if you struggle with putting eyes in, you can always do this after the fact as well. You can just UV them on after. Oh, and you know what? I didn't even think of which way the line was going. All right, so we got to make sure this one is going this way. I didn't even think of that, guys. Oh my gosh. That could have been a really weird looking snake. Just saying. Usually I mark them. Oh. Let me, hang on, I gotta turn it to make sure I'm in the right direction. All right, I think we got them. I think we got it going the right way, guys. So my next two I'm going to mark. So I am not trying to guess. All right, so we got him pretty close to going the same way. All right. And I will put this under the cordless, the new cordless UV light, while I mix up some resin. So that way I know they're in there really good. All right, so this one is going this way, right? Yeah. Oh. And this one is going this way. So that way when I put them in, I'll know which way the direction of the little eyes are going. All right, let's get a little, and I try to get enough of the UV resin in the eye socket that it completely covers the socket. Because if I don't, I've had times where if I'm putting a colored resin into my piece, it will get in around those eyes if you don't have enough of that UV resin on the front of that eyeball. So I make sure that wherever my eye is going, that socket is one layer of that UV resin, just to be on the safe side. And since I've started doing that, I've had no problems. All right, so, and then we're gonna just, see now you can see the line, so I can just slowly just touch the eye and turn it and know that I got it going in the right direction, and then we can cure it. So I have announced the winner of the, from the previous video of the giveaway, and only one person has responded. So today is Wednesday. This video is going to go out on Thursday. So by Friday night, if I haven't heard from the other two, I'm going to pick two more names. So that way there, I'm not holding it up and everybody can get their free resin. So, all right, let me go ahead. I'm going to get 5 ounces mixed up, and I will pull out a little mold or something because I think we'll have a little bit of extra. And then we'll get some colors poured in, and we will get these little guys poured. Be right back. Okay. So I've got all the tops off this. The resin's got a little over a minute in the Let's Resin debubbler. Guys, if you haven't tried the debubbler, It's amazing. So this is the debubbler. So it is, I'm like blown away. It's, if you don't have a pressure pot or anything, get the Let's Resin debubbler, because it works even on the thicker resins, guys. The only one I haven't tried it on is the 4-Hour Fast Cure by Let's Resin, because I'm all out of that one. But I have tried it on other brands that are a thicker resin, and it works beautiful. So yeah, I am going to be getting some more of the 4-Hour Fast Cure, so we will be trying that. Okay, so the pink, the one with the pink eyes, I've pulled out magenta, purple, and coral. And I just got to see what this coral looks like, because it's beautiful. So I'm going to divide it into 3 pots, and we're going to mix those 3 colors. And I'm just going to kind of, I don't know, separate it in between. And then on the one with the yellow eyes, I pulled out blue, green, and yellow. And we're going to put the blue in the middle. So we're going to go with the darker color in the middle on both of these. So, look at that. We've got a few bubbles on the top, but nothing major. Beautiful. Okay, so this is the 3 ounce, so this has got to go over here. This is the 2 ounce for the small little guy here. So I'm just gonna divide these into these little pots. All right. I'm gonna scrape out as much as I possibly can. Oop. You know, because resin is so expensive that you don't want to waste any of it. Okay. And then let's get these ones poured as well. And it's 1.5 ounces. All right. So I guess I'm not going to use that cup because we have this cup. Yeah, I just wasn't thinking, guys, on the other one. All right. And I have a stir stick. So let me mix these colors first. So I can get it stirred in and have it sit for a few minutes before we pour it. So I am going to, when we do the skulls, we're going to try brushing that on with a brush onto the mold. I don't know if it's going to work, but that's what we're going to try. So, yeah. And I'm just going to use a stick. So it mixed in really well. This one feels, this one's maybe a little bit gritty, but it mixed in really, really well. Like I'm not seeing any powder. So let's get the blue. And that way, these will have time to sit for a minute while we mix up the other ones. And then while we're pouring these colors, the other ones will be sitting. So, and I did not pull out another little mold like I said I was gonna. Nope, I didn't, but I can grab one. I've got some molds right within reach. So this one doesn't feel gritty at all. This one here is nice and smooth. I do have something in there. I think it's like a rogue piece of glitter or something. There we go. All right, so let's mix our yellow. So I'm gonna probably pour the yellow towards the tail where it's got the yellow eyes. So I was thinking maybe going with the green towards the face. So I'm really curious to see how these are gonna glow. And you could see I didn't even test them because I opened the box with you guys. I didn't even know what the colors were. All right. I had that one little piece and I think I got it. All right, so we're gonna let them sit for a minute. And let's get these little buggers mixed. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be, I think that's gonna be my favorite color, is that coral. And hopefully they glow really good, because I found that the pinks and the purples don't usually glow as intense as the greens or the yellows. So I'm curious to see if they are going to. And I might just add just a little bit more to that one. Because I want to give it a fair, you know, a fair comparison. So all right, let's do the purple, because I know we've got some purple people out there. And these don't have as much as those ones did, so that's why I'm not using quite as much of the powder. So like I said, these are not a mica powder, so I'm not sure how they're gonna brush on something. I don't know. I might have to do some research. Okay. But they're blending in really, really nice. And this is the magenta. Which is a very, very pretty pink. And with these, we are not going to have to worry about the eyes because there's really no squishy spots per se to worry about. So let's leave those colors there. And that's going to go over there. Oh, this is here. So I will give this a spray with the alcohol. And we're going to start, and I'm going to pour slow because these are all like little tiny divots. So you want your resin to definitely go into those little tiny divots. So I'm going to probably take this stick, and I'm just going to kind of like go over those areas. So if there's any bubbles, they kind of will come up. And then we're going to go with some blue. You know, and we'll probably do these colors a couple of times just to use it up, but I just want to try to make sure that I'm not getting any little bubbles down in there. And if I do that, I can dislodge them. So the yellow and the blue is probably going to make a green at, you know, at some point here where they mix. And I'm really not seeing any bubbles down there, but I want to try to be as proactive, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Now, I just made some bubbles that time. You know, and sometimes I think when we try and get the bubbles out, sometimes I think we make bubbles. So I don't know. And then we're going to do some blue. And then some more of the yellow. And then we're gonna do some more green. Some more blue. Some yellow. Definitely more blue in here. And then I think this was the green. Oh. Over poured. All right, let's get his little head full. So, I mean, they're going to blend a little bit, but I'm hoping that they somewhat stay in their own little space. You know, no jumping the fence and playing in somebody else's sandbox. Just stay in our own sandbox over here. And that is looking pretty good. I do want a tiny bit more down here. So I do want to dome them as much as I can. Without, you know, totally just getting up underneath that little lip. All right. So I'm just gonna let them do their thing for a minute. So we've definitely got some of the yellow and the green left. All right, so let's get these colors in. And I think with this, I'm just gonna pour it because I felt like I was putting more bubbles in it than I was taking them out. So let's start, and this one's got pink eyes, so let's start with the coral up here, just so it's a little bit different color. And then we're gonna do the purple. And then we'll do the pink. And let's do some coral. Some purple. And some more pink. And let's just kind of, gonna have to put some more coral down in here because that purple is kind of trying to take over here with the and all right. Okay. So let's see here. So these are going to be really good molds for when we have like 1.5 ounces left, or, you know, 2-3 ounces. It'll be a good way to make these little snakes. So those look good. So I have got, I'd say 1.5 ounces left, maybe 2. Let me see here. What do I have? All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray this. And I'm going to try to fill in the little hummingbird and the little flower with the glow in the dark, and then I'll figure out something to do on the back side. So I'm gonna do the bird in the green. And I just wanna make sure I'm in frame for you guys so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm gonna pour the, give this a little spritz. Just making sure I get his little feathers. And I think you can take maybe a smidge more. And then we're gonna do some of this flower in the pink. And I overpoured this just a smidge. So we'll just see if we can scoop some out. Yeah. And I don't want to pour because I'm afraid I'm gonna overdo it. So my girlfriend likes hummingbirds, so I figured I could make this coaster and then give it to her. And then she will be able to see it at night because the birds are gonna glow, the bird and the flowers. Okay. And I think this is flower here too. Yeah, so my son bought a new bed, and it is being delivered on Friday, so that's what I did today, because he works out of state during the week, so he can't, you know, do much. So I had to disassemble his old bed and get ready for the new bed, and that was the only room that we hadn't redid the like the plugs with new ones. So my husband is getting that done while we can get to them. So yeah, so that's why it's been a little hectic. All right, so let me wipe this pink off, and then I'll find something else to put this in off camera. And there are a few little rogue glitters in there. I'm not too worried about them. These are the ones that it's like really difficult because they're so little, you know, trying to get that resin down in there. I suppose I could use my spatula. I'm just gonna try to get a bunch going, and then I just didn't want a whole bunch of cleanup if I could help it. And let me just, so I can see some bubbles in there. But I'm hoping they will pop on their own. All right. And if I would have sprayed it first, I probably wouldn't have those bubbles in there. All right, I'm trying to hurry up, guys. I know you're probably getting bored. And then I'll just clean the top of this off after. All right, so I will get this cleaned up, and I will get something to put the rest of that in, and I will be back in a minute. Okay, guys, so these are all cured. So I'm going to pour these on my next video. I filled up what I could of the dog, and I haven't decided what color I'm doing this in yet, so I'm going to pour that on the next video. But we are going to get these demolded so we can see how these turned out. So far it is, let me turn my camera here, make sure that I'm in. Me, who do not like snakes, cannot believe I am making a snake. All right, so it's still a little bendy. So I'm just kind of loosening up here when I can. So he comes out really easy, guys. I like these easy molds to demold. Oh, we got a bubble in the ends of the tail. Crap. Oh, well. Let's see. Oh, he came out cute. He's got little eyeballs. So, now I'm dying to see. The colors are spectacular. But now, let's see his eyes. Yeah, they're a little off. Not too bad. So, now I will have to bring him up, find a dark room, and get you some pictures and see how these bad boys glow. So, yeah, we've got our little creepy crawlers here. But I'm not seeing any bubbles in the top, which is amazing in itself. The only bubbles we got are right at the tip of the tail. That is it, guys. Oh. So yeah, these are our little buggers. All right, so let me go get you some pictures in the dark, and I will get some final photos, and I will see you on the next video, guys.